Yeah, do I smell Templars? Yes. Oh, lots of Templars. View of the human rights, the auberge, a Templars castle. Yeah, so I'm here in Montfort, Argent, in the south of France. Templars restaurant. You see, in the door, these guys know what they're doing. There's the octagon, so Freemasons come eating here. Well, there he is, the real Templar. Even got a...
Geen Templar.
Yeah, even got some German Templar stuff here. Ça c'est allemand? Français? So he has a Templar's ring which he found, which is 300 years old. Yeah, and he has a tattoo. It's all Templar stuff here. Simon de Montfort.
No, no.
So the bloke here, he says he's a real Templar. Well, of course he's not. But he knows a lot, of course. And just a wannabe Templar, good for the business. And he said that the famous commandery of Rouen, it's in Vidourle. That was a very important one, maybe the most important in France, really. And he gave me some more addresses as well. So interesting. Anyway, I like it. Yeah. And he didn't like Switzerland. He said they stole the Templars' treasure, together with the Vatican. So this is an ancient Roman bridge and people living on it. I heard it's like the oldest in Europe, or the oldest place where the bridge is 2,000 years old. It says it was built under Emperor Tiberius in the 1st century. The name of the river, Vidourle. Of the 11th century, as I Sommier, Ville Vieille, that means the old town. There's Sommier. As I told you, all of a sudden they all came. Just like the immigrants today, like the Syrians and the Arabs in the 70s and the Pakis. These guys, all of a sudden they came. They were there. Eh? It's all in the 11th century, 12th century. There are no castles from before. They are not from here. So here it is, that's the name of the castle. With the concept of three everywhere, because that's them, that's the hierarchy, the side of the pyramid, and here also the concept of three. The ovals, one is bigger for Seth, so it's Isis, Horus and Seth. And this is from the 11th century. And here they got a swan in it. Why a swan, eh? Or maybe it's also the concept of three. Et tu vois, il y a de trois étoiles dedans aussi. Also the concept of three, because that's them. And we are the concept of four, eh? The concept of seven here, 3 plus 4. I thought about everything. Here you can see the sun worshippers. This, well, there's probably a lot of things in it. Can't see it right now. So next to the castle, you see the Templars here. I don't know if it's real or new. It looks like put on here. But that doesn't mean that the Templars were not here, because they were always like around castles. Maybe it is a Templar castle, but anyway, I'm gonna show you another one. So this is a Protestant church, which is really weird, but why do they have a Templar's cross on it all? Like here, you can really see this is a Templar's cross. Quite weird. so next to the castle. This is an old chapel next to Sommières from the 11th century, so that's pretty old, eh? That was the castle we were just at, there. And there's the other one, which is there. Here the ruins of another castle on top of the mountains here. Well, I'm not gonna look there. Like 1,000 years ago and not before, they were all of a sudden they were all there, you know, just like the Muslims and the immigrants. Because you know they didn't want to expand really in Italy, because Italy was just ransacked by the Germanic tribes, and because there was the genocide on the Celts, with the biggest genocide you know the world has ever seen. So France was like empty. The Celts never really came back after that. You know, there was such a big genocide by Caesar. France, eh, for these two reasons. Too many Germanic tribes in Italy and in Rome, still hanging around drinking beer and wine, like the Langobards and you know the Goths. And France was empty. They murdered everybody here, the Romans and the Celts, you know. So they could expand here, you know. That's why French is the aristocratic language. It's a diplomatic language because of that. Looks like quite a new castle. And apparently the guy, he's doing. I talked to a lady yesterday she was 1 year with that guy, and she was putting like voodoo stuff under her mattress. Oh look, a pentagram. Oh nice. Look at this one here, bloody devil here. Look at his ears, eh? So the castle is from the 12th century, and it looks airy. Look at this, a pyramid. Look at that, eh? Wow. So it's a strange. It's from the 12th century, the castle. The lady just said, well, it's only for people staying in the hotel here. So I said, well, I'll just look around, maybe if I like it, I'll stay, you know. I wonder how old that is, you know. They know what they're doing. I mean, why put a bloody pyramid here, you know? Hey, Swiss, eh? I know you're here. Here's a crown with the M for Mason. You know, Freemasons. 2 times fleur de lis, you know, what's up? The same thing is down. You know, like the Baphomet with one hand up and one hand down. It's ancient church, I don't know from when, it's the Sun hieroglyph. There's Ursuline. There's the word bear in it. Still in Sommières. Well, you see, this thing is from 1758. So that means the Masons have been like here since 1758 at least. This is because the war between the Protestants and the Catholics. He has a crown on his head. So on one side here of the little square there were Protestants, and the other side Catholics, and they were just pulling their tongue, you know. But it's also pharmacies having this, you know, and here's a weird sort of a symbol. It's octagonal. It's a weird house. So, everywhere.